Hi, my name is Opeyemi. I want to do a very quick walkthrough of Engage, a customer engagement and automation tool for SaaS. So on this demo account, I have some sample customer profiles already. Engage provides a very simple API and some SDKs to let you bring in your customer data. So also let you track their events and any property you want to track, any property. We also support a couple of CDPs like Postdoc, Twilio segment, Make, Stack, and a couple of others to let you send data from these CDPs directly to Engage. So if, for example, you're already using Segment, you're already using Postdoc to track user data, you can easily connect it to Engage and all your customer events or your customer properties are directly sent from these CDPs to Engage. Of course, we support other services like Stripe, Zapier, and a whole lot of others. So bringing in your customer data is really very simple and pretty straightforward. So for this demo account, like I said, I have some sample users, or some sample customer data. I have some sample properties and I have some sample events. The goal of Engage is that one, you're able to get a very detailed overview of who your customer is and what they are doing within your application. So that you can see all their events, you can see more details about the events and all of that. But beyond that, you are able to segment your customers based on who they are and what they've done. So for example, I can create a segment and say, hey, I'm going to create a segment for users that are yet to, say, watch a movie, for example. So let's see, we want to create a segment for users that are yet to watch a movie. So once I do this, I see all the events I'm tracking and I'm able to say where the event watch the movie. So for example, I can say, oh, this event has occurred, and the property, maybe the title matches something. But what I'm trying to do here really is to see users that are yet to watch a movie, so maybe within the last 90 days. Okay. So I can go ahead, I can create my segment, but I can also continue to add more filters to that segment. So for example, the segment I created just now has just one filter, which is just based on the event, right? But I can continue to add as many filters as possible. In fact, I can decide to match any of those filters. So maybe instead of matching all the filters, ensuring all the conditions are true, I can decide to match any of the conditions. Okay. Now, when I go back, I can see that, oh, out of my 20 sample customers, about 15 of them is yet to watch a movie. So I can send direct campaigns to this, set of customers, for example. But what I can also do, Engage, by the way, Engage supports multiple channels. So for example, you can send email, you can send SMS, you can send push notifications, you can send any of this. And of course, we're working on more channels for engagement will also be available shortly. So for example, I can say, hey, so I can compose my email. I can add all the necessary details. I can select the segment or the list I want to send it to, compose, send, and all of that. But more importantly and more interestingly is that I can automate my conversations and messaging to my customers. So for example, based on the segment I just created, I can say once a user joins that segment called yet to watch a movie, the user is automatically nudged, to come back to the platform to watch a movie. The interesting thing about segments on Engage is that segments are dynamically managed. So once you create a segment, your customers are automatically added or removed from the segment as necessary. You don't need to do anything else. So I can call this movie nudge, right? There are a couple of options. You can set a goal, you can set an exit condition. So my goal for this automation, for example, is that I want that event called watch the movie to have occurred, right? This is my goal. And once that goal is met, of course, I can decide to exit the automation. So I can trigger my automation based on a couple of actions. But what I really want to trigger this by is when a customer joins that segment, meaning the segment I just created, which is yet to watch a movie. So once that is done, I can do this. I can now perform a couple of other actions. So for example, I may decide to send an email. I may decide to send a push notification. I may decide to do anything else. And of course, there are more things you can do, like add a delay, do a check, split your automation, and do a whole lot of things. But just keeping it simple, maybe just add a few minutes delay and send a very, very simple email to say, hey, here are some movies we think you like, right? And I can just compose my email, add it to the automation, and continue to just build the automation as I want to. And this is just a very, very simple walkthrough showing you one of the many things you can use Engage for. I really, really love the automation bit because you can use it to onboard, you can use it to nurture, you can use it to retain customers in many ways. And of course, there are a lot of other things you can do on Engage. You can manage your transactional emails. If, for example, you even use ESPs like Amazon SES, use Mailgun, for example, you can connect them to Engage, and Engage gives you a very, very detailed overview of your campaigns, of how your users are opening, clicking on, your transactional email content. And of course, you can also use the Engage API to also send, your transactional emails. And of course, we have support tools, live chat, email inbox, help center, all on Engage. The goal of Engage is to help SaaS businesses properly engage customers in the best way possible. Also providing a very, very simple solution to do that. I look forward to having you sign up on Engage, and I'm happy to hear your feedback. Thank you very much.